Hey, everybody. We're back. Welcome to,
Welcome back.
Ash and Tams. Check this ish out. I'm Ash, of course.
I'm Tam.
And disclaimer, yes, I got my head tied up. As Tam said earlier, I'm looking like, who did you say I look like?
A beautiful queen.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that. But yes, what you see is what you get. After this, I'm probably gonna be getting ready for bed. So voila. I think I look good either way. What you think?
You do, boo.
All right. You
I
look
agree.
very beautiful yourself, I must say. How was your day?
Duh. It was okay, actually. I don't have any complaints at all. Better
Good.
than
Glad you
yesterday.
don't have any complaints.
Nope.
So today's episode, we are going to be basically responding to a comment or question that we received. So y'all check this out. I know I didn't. I can't speak for Tam, but I wasn't even thinking about checking our messages for our website for our Facebook page.
Well, I think we got a little discouraged at some comments,
Uh-huh.
and
Right.
it's like we
Wasn't really checking
yeah.
anymore.
Hmm.
So, long story short, I decided to check our messages and I came across this one young lady's message. And basically, to sum it up, she concluded that she had been dealing with an a-hole.
We've
And
all dealt with some a-holes.
yeah, we've dealt with some a-holes. So we thought it would be fun to respond to the message or have our episode today talking about a-holes. Okay. So we
This
came
is so relatable, right?
right. Oh my gosh. It's yes. Um, so I came across this article, and the title of the article is 25 surefire ways to know that you are dealing with an a-hole. Now the question is up to you what to do after that, whether you still want to deal with them or not. So
It's a surefire. Who wrote that?
um
Surefire.
honey, I don't know, Madison Sonier, whatever her name is. Um so you ready to jump into this town?
Girl, let's get it.
Yeah, all right. So the first ones, well, I do want to read the intro of this article real quick. It's just a line or two. It says, I'm a hopeless romantic. I hate to admit it, but I am. I'm really gullible, loving, vulnerable, naive, and too nice and forgiving for my own good. But only when I really like
Wait,
or
Ashley,
want
when you at first, hold on a second. You know how the ministers have people reading passages for them, and then the minister stop them, and be like, "Now let me
yeah, yeah,
let me reread this."
yeah, right.
But my first thought was, did I write this?
Why? Why did you say that? Why did you say that you write it? Is it relatable?
Because yeah, right. So, and that's why I agreed, because it's like sometimes people do real dumb stuff, and then you realize, man, do these people think I'm gullible? Do they think I'm naive?
You start to ask yourself if you're gullible
I
or
start to
naive.
question myself, right?
But really,
And I think that's what really gets me upset when I have to question myself.
yeah, right.
But the dudes that fool with me, they already know. I could be restless sometimes, so don't mistake my kindness for my weakness. Go ahead, girl.
Right. No, but no, you have a good point. But if you look at
I
the
was
last
feeling
part
that.
of that, it says, but only when I really like or want someone. To me, that says you're not being gullible or naive. You're just willing to overlook that because you really like them or you really want them. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. But since you really like them, you want them, you're more willing to put up with some stuff
Sometimes,
eventually, right? So,
sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, true. So number one,
Okay.
now anybody knows me know this doesn't apply to me because I don't cry a lot. So it says, you cry a lot. You cry a whole freaking lot. That's the first sign, according to this author, that you're dealing with an a-hole because they're making you cry a lot. It says if someone is good for you, they'll only make you cry a few times. Okay, next. Maybe some of y'all out there can relate. I can't. But I don't believe in giving
I'm
people
okay.
excuses.
No, no. If
um,
I cry, I'm super mad, or I'm
fun
feeling
times.
like, man, this is too good to be true. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Next.
I haven't experienced all this is too good to be true, so it just gives me emotional. No, maybe someday. Um,
Maybe you haven't been in love the
the
way
way
I
I've
do.
been in love.
You so silly.
um, Two, he doesn't call or text you when you apart. The article goes on to say he's not that busy, and he definitely saw the text or heard the phone ringing. Non a-holes either text or call you back in a timely manner or give an honest reason as to why they can't or won't. A-holes don't bother. What do you think about that one?
He is an a-hole if he doesn't, because as adults, working adults, most of us are super busy, but we make time for
What we want.
things that we feel that's important.
Make time for what you want to
So,
make time for. I agree with you. Even if I'm busy and I can't respond right then, I will respond
hmm
later. Now I will say there have been times where I was like, shoot, I was supposed to call so and so back earlier today, and it's like now
hmm
9 o'clock. But when that
yeah.
happens all the
I mean,
time, I don't I think it's disrespectful.
well, to my defense, because I get upset when people don't respond back to me timely, but sometimes I don't respond timely and people get offended. But I talk to my mama a lot, and I wouldn't ignore her, but sometimes I miss calling her back. So, and
Yeah.
people like, nah, you didn't do me that way. No,
Right, right. But like, we know the
mm-mm.
habituals, or the ones
The
who,
habitual.
yeah, the ones who saw you text a call one day and then they just call you 4 days later like ain't nothing happened. Okay, so
Next.
I know, right? He wants something from you more than he wants you. And maybe in this case, maybe it's not always sex. Maybe it's money. Ooh, I wish it would. Money, shelter, valid shelter. Hell, he want to live with you.
They just
Validation.
want you to finance it.
Uh-uh. Validation, attention, an ego boost, or all the above.
I think so. Some guys, they like their ego stroked, so I can kind of see that.
Mm-hmm.
A holes.
Yeah.
Um.
I always want you to be there for them, but not there for you. They're always wanting something from you
Mhm.
in that way. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is an obvious one. This is an age old one. He's barking up someone else's tree while simultaneously trying to bark up yours.
Mhm.
This goes to, and I think, and for all of you out there listening, these can go for men or women. Okay, we're not just beating up on the men.
Right.
This go
Right.
for women as well. You'll always have people wondering like, oh, is there something better out there, or this or that can't or won't work because of this situation, whether
I
it's
I
distance
think if
or
you if you ever have to think if it's somebody out there better, just leave that person alone. I don't want to
exactly
be second guessed, and I ain't trying to second guess nobody else. So,
right. And here's the thing with me, I ain't no consolation prize. I'm the first option. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first draft. Number one. I'm no consolation prize. So if you wonder is there something that's better out there, you don't think that I am the prize. This is the way I look at it.
They're lost, girl.
Right. Um,
And they know it. They know it. That's why they be hitting you up.
girl, you know what?
Anyway,
Yeah, it's about to
they
be
know it.
off season. It's about to be some trades.
Ain't nobody finna be waiting forever for you. We getting old.
I'm young at heart. Okay. Five. He says and does the dumbest and most ridiculous. The article says shit, but I'm trying to, be a better person. So the he does the most ridiculous poop ever. So the article says just watch and listen. Like whatever is ridiculous in your mind is, I mean, that's all subjective. You just have to watch and listen, as the article says. Six.
Yeah.
He won't introduce you to his family or friends, much less tell them you exist. Now, honey, boy, girl, man, woman, if y'all been dating for a while and he hadn't
Yeah,
even,
for a
or
while.
she hadn't
What's
even,
for a while?
that's a good question. When is, I guess the question you're really posing is, when is it time? When is it okay for you to introduce or you to be introduced to family, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't know because I think if you are in a, it just determines like when you're in that space in your relationship where you feel comfortable enough that this person just might have a future with you. That's fine. If it takes, it shouldn't take no year. I don't think. What you think?
I don't think it should take a year either. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think it's a time frame,
Right.
but I do know that there's a max, and that max is hitting close to that year mark. You know.
Yeah. I just don't think it takes a year for you, man or woman, to know whether or not she or he is important enough to introduce to your family. You know, it don't mean that you locked
Mm-hmm.
and loaded, you committed, like you have to marry them, but they're at least important enough for your family to know who you care about, who's important in your life. Um, let's see. This one says he's rude to service industry workers. Okay, obviously that's a no to waiters and stuff like that. He's rude to random individuals. No. Um, he's rude to his parents. Now, number 10 says he or she blames you for his screw ups, for their screw ups. This the the article said
Red flag.
uh,
Red flag.
super red flag. Like, oh, well, if you hadn't, been talking to me that night, I would have went to sleep and I would have got the interview, like stuff like that. This article says grown A men.
Girl,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Grown A men takes responsibility for their words and actions and are smart enough to know that no one can make them or drive them to say or do anything. Um,
Right. So that right there, if a guy or a female is blaming you for their actions and their decisions, um, you might need to get those tennis shoes on and get the running.
these shoes are made for walking. um, that kind of reminds me of, thank God I've never experienced an abusive relationship, but kind of reminds me of what I see in,
Hmm.
movies when a guy will say, well, you made me do it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
made me do it,
You
right?
made me do it. um 11, they make you wonder how, oh, this is a big one. He makes you wonder how he really feels about you on a near daily basis. I think it's an a-hole move for a woman or a man. That's basically leading somebody on, I guess, leaving them in limbo. How does she really feel about me?
Hmm.
Um, and nobody's a mind reader. I saw, what you finna say? Because I get carried away. What you finna say? Damn, nothing.
Nothing. I was looking into what they were talking about, and it said something about mixed signals or for losers.
Yeah. Mixed signals are for losers. You so right. I think mixed signals are for chumps, uh, scaredy cats, or people who are just so just closed in and aren't they don't know how to express their feelings or share their feelings. But if she's with somebody who was open with their feelings, that should at least loosen them up, right? When you think,
Hmm. I agree, but I've been told that before too. That I give off mixed signals because I don't always express through words. I'm more of an action person.
that's different though.
That is different.
Like,
But that was the cop out excuse that I was told that they weren't really sure because I didn't.
yeah,
I'm not a bugaboo. I'm
right,
not a bugaboo. I'm still a little old school to an extent. I
yeah.
don't like to reach out first. I don't like to initiate a lot. So
You
I can
see it both ways.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's interesting. You say you kind of still old school. You don't like to reach out a lot. You so right. I'm the same way, but I guess over the years, just through I guess my profession and me forcing myself to go for what I want, whether it's career, whether it's anything, and to be I've been told I'm kind of aggressive. Um,
Hmm.
but you're so right. I'm old school, but a lot of these men are not. And they be expecting you to come to
Yeah.
them, but I'm like, look, I'm the prize. I'm the prize.
But you know what? Most of those men, they'd be like, I'm old school.
No, no. um,
But 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 in this regard though, the author was pretty much saying that the mixed signals like they're hot and cold. Like one minute they say or do this, and the next minute is like, a little bit reserved, I guess. And so
yeah,
you really not knowing how this person feels about you.
yeah, yeah. And then you start feeling like, have you ever felt like, well, dang, maybe I are you forcing something, or maybe you being a bugaboo, but you're not because you don't talk to this person every day, right?
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I just think that's a hole. That is a holish. And to be, I mean, in all defense though, maybe this person doesn't know they're being an a hole in that way.
Actually, yes, I know one. So one minute you're breaking up, then the next minute you're back together, then you're breaking up, and then you still getting these calls and
Girl,
messages, and you want to do this and you want to do that. Well, what's going on?
right,
You know,
right. What's going on? Probably a lot of that stuff we talked about in 1 through 10. You know what I'm saying?
you know what? Consistency works. If I'm consistent, not reaching out first and being the initiator, then okay, that's who I am. That's what you're going to get. But if I'm back and forth with certain things, that's when you should start questioning. And okay, Ashley, I'm gonna get off on another subject. Go, girl.
Now here's the thing.
What's
To
the
sum
next
that
one?
up, just to sum that one part up, it could be that that person just inconsistent and maybe they interested, but really on the outset, they just ain't interested and they don't know how to tell you. Maybe that could be it.
Maybe,
Like, you know,
maybe,
they just
or
don't want
maybe they
to.
just scared. They're a little wussy.
Maybe they scared. Maybe they will see. Maybe it's because of past situations. But that's how you miss
Maybe
out on
they're
some
used to having
golden,
things easy.
huh?
Maybe they're used to getting things easy and having
Maybe,
their way.
maybe just the person who's on the other end just need to fall back and let that person just miss out on
Maybe
the golden
so.
opportunity.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so the next one is He doesn't like pets and think children are the spawn of Satan.
I don't even think we need to address that one.
Right, especially part two. Somebody, it don't matter. Somebody don't like pets, but part two, think children are spawn of Satan. I know where I'm concerned. That's a big no no, especially being a mother myself. You know, um, he won't walk away from an argument until he feels like, ooh, he has won. And women too, until they feel like they've won. And I'm gonna do a slash on this part, and it's to the women. If she always wanted to argue and fuss, just yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe that's just not the person for you. Maybe because I don't like that. So to
I don't
find a
know.
man that likes to argue, what what
No,
you gonna
I'm
say?
I'm there. I agree with you.
Like
I
you
agree
had
with
something on
you.
your mind.
I mean, no, I mean, some people like to argue, some people don't.
Okay. This one, it says he wears pretentious clothing, whatever. Like, I guess what just glancing at it, maybe they're talking about the person who just has to wear the label, to be seen, has to wear the Rolly or, wearing shades in the restaurant, the latest whatever. And that go for women as well. Like, I've just never been, and I guess it's a personal subjective thing here, but I've never been big on having to have a label bag. I'm not even really into bags. Or having to have the label belt. Oh, I know somebody who wears the same Gucci belt with everything. Just because it's Gucci.
But my question has always been though, like when you out at the club or somewhere, you know it's already dark in there. Why you wearing shades?
Oh,
I
because it's
mean, in the evening anyway, why you got on shades?
trying to be that man, that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand. I love confidence, but arrogance is a whole nother level, and I can't deal with an arrogant, a loud person. I mean, they have to be seen. It's kind of like Frank Lucas said in American Gangster. You can't be too loud. You're gonna put the police eyes on you. You can't be too loud.
Yep. Man, I
um,
love Denzel.
I know,
That's
right?
one old man that I would really marry.
Yes. Now did you see that Aretha Franklin movie from National Geographic? You haven't? Oh, you
Uh-uh.
should watch it. It's on Hulu. Um,
You
but
know, I only watch stuff when you tell me about it.
oh, okay. So Denzel Washington's wife she plays the grandmother.
Hmm.
I was looking at her, I mean, she's a beautiful lady, but I was like, she has to be significantly older than Denzel. And she is. She's like, I don't know, 5, 6 years. But it's obvious. But like I said, she's pretty.
That's not significant. 5 years.
I guess I guess for me as a woman, I don't like to date anybody younger than me. So I never have. 5 years is significant. I'm like hesitant with 1 year. Maybe I'm missing out on some really nice on the one, because of that. I don't know.
Maybe so.
I am. Um, 15. He gives you unsolicited
15.
opinions on literally everything. That's a know-it-all.
That's a
I don't
big
like
turn
no
off.
one.
That's
Right.
a huge turn off. And
Huge.
especially if you saying some stuff that don't even make any sense, right?
Right.
And then you trying to use
Wrong words.
and then you trying to use this, the vocabulary.
Right.
Man, just know how to use the words appropriately. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Google it before you text it or even say it.
Right. Now, if you texting it, you have no excuse because sometimes if I have to look up a word, I like the word, I like to use simplified words. I look if so if it doesn't naturally flow out of my mouth, I'm not gonna use the word. You know what I'm saying? If I have to think about it, no, that's not how I talk. Um,
And by the way, I have been known to share comments like that. So if you don't want to be exposed, you better get your grammar and
yeah,
your
you're a little rude.
vocabulary
Hey,
correct.
we'll do that.
Sometimes I let them. Sometimes look,
You
I
let
let
it
them
slide,
slide
right?
because I'm not always correct with my vocabulary, but
Of
I
course,
catch
me either.
myself and I let it be known that hey, I just jacked this up. But
Have you ever been
you have to
talking to
speak
a guy?
properly.
I'm sorry, what was you saying?
That was it.
Oh, have you ever been talking to a guy and you feel like they feel that, oh, because you're educated and you have a nice job or whatever, that they have to like overdo it and it just turns you off?
I think so. I
I'm
think so.
like,
I think
bruh,
that's
you
why they
ain't
do it.
right. You ain't got to prove nothing to
Man, you don't
me.
even see me talking that way. Why would you?
Right,
Why would you talk like that?
right. Girl, I found myself sometimes, I don't do it anymore. I would sometimes bring it, I won't say dumb it down because I don't talk to people who are I've considered are dumb. But I found myself like dimming myself just to, I guess boost his ego.
Hmm.
Yeah. No. Okay, next one.
It depends on the mood that I'm in. I'll play along.
Yeah, yeah. We play along. Right, right. I've done that. um,
What's number 16?
it says, oh, he wasn't insulting you. He was just giving you some tough love. A hole. Next,
Wait, 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 wait. Sometimes I need that tough love. You know that.
if it's a serious matter, yes. But if we just trying to have a simple, lay conversation, chilling, and you have to try to correct me on everything or point out little stuff, no.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not if it's a serious matter and I need to be like, I don't want to say straighten out, but like set straight, like checked. Let me know. I don't care.
Right.
But when we just chilling, I don't need that. um, have you ever been kind of checked and like turned on at the same time? I mean, I'm not turned on, but found it attractive. Okay.
Well, okay,
No.
number 17.
Okay. He tells little white lies. That's an a-hole. Cause he sometimes he'll find it funny or she'll find it funny, but it's like I don't know what to believe when you say anything, when anything come out of your
Is it a such thing as a black lie?
mouth. No, so a lie is a lie.
Why does it have to be identified as a white lie or a black lie? A lie is a lie,
Right.
regardless.
It's kind of a justification. Oh, it's not harmful. I don't did it to do this or that. It's a lie, baby. Oh, okay. 18. He makes everything about him. You can't share your feelings because we want to talk about him today, tomorrow, yesterday, and forevermore.
Hmm.
19.
I don't think
Uh-huh.
I've ran into anybody that way.
No, no, me either. But I've run into somebody
I
who,
don't think I've ever heard anybody else talk about running into somebody. Okay, we'll just skip that one.
right. We kind of
Okay.
covered this already, but yes, that shows the significance of this type of person, his personal trait in identifying an a-hole. He's hot and cold, and yes and no, and in and out, and up and down.
Wait, did you skip 19?
Oh, I'll go back to
Yeah.
19. So he's hot and cold. He's yes and no. He's up and down and in and out.
Hmm.
The article says you should
Yeah, we
know
kind of, yeah,
he's no good for you.
yeah.
Inconsistency, in out. It's that creates what emotional roller coaster. And that in and out.
It does, and assumptions of insecurity. So I guess it's some things that, if you want to try to stick around for the long haul, or just give them space, let them try to work that out,
With those kind of people,
or
you
move
never know
on to
what
the
you're gonna
next one.
get. You never know what you're gonna
You
get.
never know.
Those kind of people, I would imagine, would get you to fall in love. They could fall in love, and next thing you know, your whole life turned upside down because their foot out the
I
door.
don't want to get off subject,
Mm-hmm.
but when some people say love will make you do crazy things, that
Mm-hmm.
just drive me crazy when people say that. Why
Yeah.
why would love make you do crazy and foolish things and make you lie to people?
Or it could be on the other hand. Love will make you do some crazy things. Like, let me think of something stupid that I wouldn't do, but I know somebody will. Like, co-sign for a doggone car. Oh, I
If
love
you're not
her.
married.
I love him. Huh?
If you're not married, right.
Right. I'm saying, like, love that make you do some crazy stuff like that. Love will make you pilot. I don't know. I don't. What, I'm trying to think. Have
Is
love
that
made me?
love or is it lust?
It better be love. You're here co-signing for a freaking car. Like love will make. Let me see. What have love made me do? Uh, it wasn't nothing crazy. I think some anybody would do, but I drove like in the middle of the night 2 hours because my future ex-husband was he had a flat and we weren't even married. Yeah, I think I was still in college. But I loved him. So I was like, I'm not gonna have him sitting outside the road and it's middle of the night and he was trying to get home. So I mean that could be considered crazy. Love make you do some crazy things. Um
Maybe I've never been in love.
Maybe. Um let's see. Number 19. He speaks like a modern Shakespeare, but never actually does anything. Girl, I met some modern Shakespeare's, and I'm
These
like,
be the people that are catfishing.
yeah, gotta be. I'm like, man, he's so full of hot. That's some people that's full of hot air, right? Number 21. He rarely, if ever, shows true remorse or takes responsibility for his words and actions. Okay, those are situations like, hey, will you tell this person, well, you hurt my feelings, or you you sent mixed messages or whatever, and they have an excuse or a reason for it. Instead of just saying, you know what, my mistake, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, or it's not like that. You know. What do you think? Yeah.
I agree with you, Ashley. That just goes back to when people say love makes you do crazy things. Um, if this love is not showing you remorse or taking responsibility for their actions,
Hmm.
that ain't love. Come on now.
Right, because you want to show some remorse because you've hopefully you care about this person, so you want to make sure that they know that you were unintentional, or like you said, sorry, remorseful. You're gonna be humble enough to apologize, admit to it, be culpable.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, girl.
Own up to your mistakes. Don't wait weeks or days or months or whatever to finally
Right,
own
right.
up.
Don't wait till the other chick done made you mad, or you realize you don't want them to go back to be hot again.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So, in summation, looking at all those things, there was a few things that this author thought was good. Now, it was written by a woman. Maybe she's an a hole, or maybe we could have gotten a real a hole. That like to tell women how to spot a holes,
Talking
like
about Derrick Jackson.
like
Girl, how
Derek
can we get
Jackson,
him?
huh?
I said, how can we link up with him?
I know he should tell us how to spot all the a holes. You know what?
And you know what? And I would think that he would be like the world's greatest cheater. Did I say that right? A
Well,
good cheater. Well, no, because cheaters don't get caught, right?
yeah. No,
Anyway.
men get caught. Those cheaters that get caught, man, just stupid when it comes to that. They get reckless. But them men was
And
eating it up when Derrick Jackson got busted, right?
they couldn't wait.
They
Couldn't
couldn't
wait.
wait. But here's the
Couldn't
thing: he
wait.
still is the perfect person to tell women how to identify a man that ain't no good because he ain't no good.
Exactly. Because he's
So
no good.
you learn from the person that does it. That's the only
And
reason
you
why
know
people
what?
get
And I was
mad
thinking
because.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that once, girl, with one of my family members, and I'm thinking, man, I'm not gonna listen to this person, because of all what they're going through in their
Mm-hmm.
past. And then I thought about it. The perfect person.
That's who you need to listen to.
The perfect person.
Yeah, perfect person. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why those men was mad at Derrick Jackson, Steve Harvey, because hey, they were telling the truth. Now it was the women who were foolish enough to put him on a pedestal. I'm like, when you look him like he telling you because he know. He telling you because he
He
know.
knows. He knows firsthand. And I remember when you first introduced this man to me. Well, not personally, but just mentioned him to me
Right.
like
Mm-hmm.
some years ago. And I'm thinking, he can't say nothing that I haven't already heard, or that somebody has
Or
already said.
common
He's
sense
just,
won't tell you.
doing this for the clout, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, because we know, I think women are the best observers.
Mm-hmm.
We know when a man cheating. I mean, come on, we might not say nothing. Some of us just want to not
Mm-hmm.
believe it. When I say us, I'm not talking me. I'm talking about women. Um. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. But
that's
so to our listener that inboxed us, we really appreciate it. We really had a really good time entertaining this topic. I
yes,
know I did anyway.
I did too. It's hot in here, but but yeah, she gave us some real good content to discuss. And yeah, y'all keep the questions coming. Get in our inbox on Facebook and give us more questions or more suggestions. We're more than open to taking them. Also remember, anytime you want to get on the show, not saying that you will most definitely on a certain topic, let us know. And we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, but to add to that too, you got to come with some type of ideas or suggestions or something, and not just be like, "Oh, I want to this whatever." No, because
Yeah.
if we just whatever, then we put you on the spot, and then you looking like, "I
A
ain't
deer in
know, I ain't
headlights.
prepared." You asked for it, buddy.
Right. Now it's showtime. You got to put them topping shoes on.
Yeah.
All right.
I need another
Well,
laptop because I don't like this the way it's making me look.
I think you look beautiful. I'm the one on here
I am, but
looking
still,
like
it's
Aunt
kind of like
Jemima. Aunt Jemima for bedtime.
you feel silly.
All right, y'all. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for being a follower. Check us out on Facebook, Anchor, or YouTube. Um and with that being said, for you listeners and watchers, I have just a little quote for you, and it goes: sitting in silence and listening to the stillness answers questions and gives vision. Peace. Thank y'all.
Lovely. Thank you.